Hi and welcome to INLIT Academy. Today we're just going to see a video on research techniques. So as you all know, writing a research paper can be a daunting task. So just to help you out, I thought I'll give you some tips and tools. First, a disclaimer. I'm not going to talk about selecting a novel or how to do that or your hypotheses and all these things. I'm just going to jump into the process, so it'll be easier for you. But the other works, the writing and all these things, you'll be doing it. But how to do it productively, what are the ways that you can easily plan out things, and what are the tools that you can use to easily write. Those are the things I'm going to cover in this video. So video will be having three topics. We'll cover three topics: pre-research, then writing, and post-research. So these are the things we're going to talk about today. So let's start out with pre-research. Now, what do you do before researching, right? We don't directly jump into writing. We have to search for information, we have to collect the information. So that will be our first step. Now, how do we go and collect information? Obviously, people are going to go to Google. They're going to check out all these journals and all the books and all these things. But there are some websites which make life much easier. In case if you're going to go to, for example, ResearchGate or something like that, it might be a daunting task. Some might give you permission or some might not give permission. So for that, to get easy access to all the open access journals, whether they are Scopus Index, they are the UGC Catalyst, no matter where they are indexed, there's a website called co.ac.uk. This is an awesome website. Here it says like the world's largest collection of open access research papers. So what you do is you go here and search for your topic. As a case study, I'm just going to select John Green's Fault in Our Stars. So if you search, you will get the access, direct PDF access to almost like all the open access journals which have this name. This is the syntax it'll search for. It'll search for John Green Fault in Our Stars, and it'll search for everything, and it'll give you a result. So if you click on that result, it'll show you in this format. It'll give you the entire research paper. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You can go just to be in the organizing thing. It's better that you have a separate folder for research. So it's easier to know where you have saved all your collected material, your research materials and all these things. So you can just click on this and it will download. But before downloading this, I would like you all to go and download a software called Zotero. It's a wonderful software for research scholars. Now, the software it's a free software. If you have money, you can always buy EndNote, which is far more advanced. But the downside of EndNote is that you should have access to all paid libraries, or your institution or your university should have access to them. Otherwise, EndNote is of no use as such. But why do I like Zotero? Because it's free and it's very intuitive. You can understand how it works. So the main thing is the my library. So whatever research papers you have done, whatever research paper you have saved, it'll all be in the library. For now, you can just go and click on this folder. It'll make you a separate folder like John Green. Now I saved it. Now all you have to do is you have to have a separate extension. You can go to Google Chrome and download the extension for Zotero, and it will just merge with that. So whatever page you are, and whatever journal you are, whatever books you are reading, if you have this extension, you click on it and it will ask where I should save it. Should I save it directly to the library or John Green? I want to save it to John Green. So if I'm clicking that and it's done, what happens is automatically it shows up here. Okay, I'll tell you how useful is that afterwards. So collect all your research materials here. You can mark it, you can do many things here. You save all of them, you search everywhere, every place that you are searching for this text, not only in core, whatever place you are doing it, it's fine. You can save it, and after that what I have to do, or after using core, you can also use Shodhganga. It has like all the PhD thesis, like almost in India. They're all saved out here. You can actually come and search for your things, and you can just download them. Okay, and same, you can use Zotero to just mark them up so that you can come back to them later and watch that. So you collect all of your informations first, and you can use the software to just mark out where. This will make your life easier when it comes to works cited and stuff. Now, after doing this, let's just get into here. Now we have collected the information, or if you have money to spare, you can have, or your institution or university has access to ProQuest or any paid info base, that's fine. Then it'll be a lot more easier to collect information. But in case if you don't have money, these are the free stuff to do. Or if you're willing, you can get a library access from British Council or the American Council Embassy. Somewhere they give you free access to all kinds of research articles and things. But it's always better, in my opinion, to have access to them through your university, because you will get premium content that way. But even if you don't, you will be able to write your research, doesn't matter. Next, after collecting all this information, now you should already have outline. So this is what I'm going to do, this is what I want to achieve in this paper. If you don't have that, then it becomes difficult. After collecting it, go through them all, right? But before going through them, you need to have a structure. So usually if you have a structure, it's far easier to write. This is a sample structure. So obviously I'm going to have an introduction in my paper, and then I'm going to work on some themes, then I explain it with some ideas from other researchers. I'll be quoting and all these things, and finally I'll be concluding the paper. So this will be about like introduction, usually anything, right? I'm going to work on young adult literature, so I'll start with that, and I'll talk about contemporary. This is just for a sample, obviously will change. Okay, so contemporary authors I'll be talking about, then impact of YA, etc. This is just the way we introduce things, and we'll get into the theme. So in John Green's book, is it about love, loss, disease, psychology, whatever I wanted to, I'll just focus on that and work on that. Then I'll move to the explanation part, where basically I'm working on the hypothesis here. Like I'm trying to bring out some theories and prove it here, or I'm explaining things with quotations, with all these things. And finally I'm concluding it, what I found, what are my research findings, what is the end of it, what can other researchers do, how much scope I have, and all those things. Okay, now as far as the research paper is concerned, if you are going to try publishing in Scopus or something related to that, now you have to get down to your writing thing. Doing all this work can be a bit daunting, but it will make your writing easier. But once this is done, do not put away writing. Do not think that okay, you need to do more. No, you can write and draft it out later, because writing will be the most difficult part. Doing all these things is very passive, but actively doing it is only the writing part. Okay, so what you do is you write. Now for that, it's better to know a word limit. So if you're going to have like a full-fledged paper, it's going to be around 4,000 to 8,000 words, so including a works cited. Usually if it's around 5,000 words, that's more than enough. So like 4,000 words, 3.5 pages in MLA format to 4 pages. Let's just keep approximately 4 pages. So if you're writing 4000, so 4 into 4, like 16 or 15 pages, it will cover up your research, okay, paper, which is mandatory if you're considering the scopus. They will consider only if your paper has more than 4000 to 8000 words. Sometimes very unusual circumstances, if you're submitting them a very high quality paper, then it's fine, but then still just stick on with that. Now you can do this, like if it's a really research paper, I would give this like 2 days time to do all this stuff. Writing, most probably 1000 words should be possible in a day, or if you are not able to do that, at least do 500 words. In a week's time you will complete the paper. So that's the idea. Now obviously this is just one part of it. Now we have to go to the drafts and proofs. Now we have softwares like Perfected, Grammarly to check it, but that's not enough. Once you write, I would say just don't look at the paper, just throw it away for a day, and maybe after 2 days pick it up, because you will never know, even if you have used softwares or anything, there will be errors. Only after like 2 or 1 day you will be able to see your own errors, okay. Your brain will be tuned to it, but then after a day or 2, then you can find out errors, so you can correct them out. And the best way to correct is read aloud. You'll miss out many things if you're reading silently, but read it aloud. You'll check your grammar, punctuations, everything becomes easier if you're reading it aloud. Or give it to your friend, swap it with your friends. You can have their papers and check it, because no matter how many softwares you use, good editorial eye will catch many mistakes, okay. So that would be my recommendation. And the last step, so we have seen all these steps. We have seen the pre-research process, the writing process, the post-research process, then structuring. Now only if you have done the structuring, when you read it, you will know how to pull those informations in. If you don't have a structure as such, you will not know what informations to pull in from all the data you have collected, okay. So that's about it. Let's start. Before going to submission, we have to complete the work cited, right? That's when this software comes into play. Now I have saved this article. Now this article's PDF will be saved, so every time I don't need to go and download or anything, it's already saved here. I can tag it, something like that. So when I double click it, it'll open the PDF for me. I can have the entire journal here. And what's so beautiful is this, right? When I right click on it, it'll say create bibliography for item. This is the most important thing, right? We will forget things, we will forget who we quoted and all these things, but this makes life much easier. So create bibliography. Now here it will give you all the citation styles, and now we will choose Model Language Association 8th grade, MLA 8th grade. And then do I want the citation? If I choose the citation, only the author's name will come, but if I choose bibliography, it's going to come. Now all you have to do is, you can save it as HTML, print, or whatever it is, but copy to clipboard and say okay. So it's done. It feels like nothing has happened, but then you can go to your Word and paste. Now you can see it has put in MLA format. So it has the book name and where it was taken and what it was taken, what is the web ID, accessed on, everything. You can edit it if you don't want the ID or something like that, but you can see it has taken the data. So it just saves us a lot of headache. Okay, you can type print out here or whatever it is. So it has done that for us. Okay, so this is vitally important. Now you can save as many research papers, you can create more libraries, and you can keep for each research paper easily. So it's all filed up in one place, so it's easier to do all your work. You can take notes on it, you can take tags, whatever it is, so you'll not forget these things. Now another thing is it takes snapshots as well, meaning that it just takes you to the website directly. Okay, and it has a pic about it, so all these things it does. Now the next part is obviously submission. Now how do we submit to Scopus or UGC care list? First move to the consortium, that is UGC care .uni pune.ac. If you just search in Google University Grants Commission Consortium for Academic and Research Ethics UGC care, so this will show up. Log into it, this is the first page will come. Okay, now whatever subject or IASS and you want to check whether the journal is available or not, it's like a Scopus or not, you can do all of that here. You can search that and you can search and it will tell you whether the journal is there or not. Or you can see here UGC care list group 1 or group 2, click on it and most probably it will take you to Web of Science Master Journal page. Here also you have to create an account. Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. After creating this, you can simply search for whatever journal it is. So, but always come back and check in your consortium whether the journal is there or not. If I'm searching English literature, it will give me all the results, all the journals that are indexed in Web of Science. So most probably it will be indexed by Scopus as well. So I'll look at this journal. I can go to the page, or I can just copy it, copy the journal name and search it in Google, and they'll have the submission process there. You can start submitting like that. I would recommend having an Excel sheet so you will know to which journal what paper you have submitted. So as I said, we'll not be talking about the writing process at all, but we'll just talk about all the tools here. Now in case you find it difficult to do the citations, there's another website called Easybib which will help you with your citations, bibliography, website and stuff. Easybib is another wonderful website, so you can check that out. So you know that until it loads. So we have seen pre-research, writing, post-research, and what do we do? If you are organized, you will be able to do it quickly, but if not, it's going to be more difficult, searching details and all these things. Yeah, it's going to be hectic then. So this is Easybib. So you can create citations, or you can check for grammar plagiarism. That will come on the paid, but for freely you can create citations and do it. Very useful website. But if you're comfortable using Zotero, it will make your life easier. And as I already mentioned, if you have money, you can always buy a note. So it's way powerful. A note, you can just search directly from your application, but you'll need access. If your university or your college has access to database, then it's fine. I hope this was useful, and happy writing everyone. Thank you.